Hey there, I'm Eden, a musician and composer from Melbourne, and today I'm going to be turning my multi-track cassette recorder into a playable instrument. Let's jump straight in. So what I'll need to do this, and if you want to do this, this is what you'll need, is you'll need a tape loop, much like this one. You'll need a multi-track cassette recorder. So it's important that it can record more than just one track. So it's not a mono cassette recorder. It's got the ability to record multiple. And the reason for this is that tape loops, the beauty of them is they allow you to record continuously and play back continuously. So what we can do is we can record 4 different parts on each different track onto the tape loop. Once we've recorded that, then we can use the faders on the multi-track cassette recorder as controls to bring in and out the different parts on our tape loop. This allows you to play our tape loop, if you like, in an evolving and dynamic way. And another thing we can also do, which I will try to set up for this video, is I'll send the recording into a delay pedal, or you can just use your effects within your DAW. Okay, enough talking. Let's just jump in and we'll start doing it. And then it'll start to make more sense. Okay, so I've got here an instance of Labs. I love Labs. I use it all the time. For the simplicity of this, I'm just going to use the sample libraries found in Labs just because they're so versatile and there's just so much to choose from. I'm going to base my recording around the F major chord over C, just because it's really beautiful. And this will sort of help us create an evolving dynamic drone, I hope. Everything's a bit experimental. You never know what you're going to turn out with. All right, let's record our first track. I haven't prepared any specific sounds. I'm just going to cycle through things until I find what I like, and then I'm going to start recording. Having said that, there is one sound I know I want in there, so we might start with that one. It's called Lost in Nature. It's a really beautiful sample, very kind of granular and dynamic. Let's just hear how that sounds with the chord we're going to use. So I'm not going to play the whole chord. I'm just going to play different parts of the chord on each different track. You know, maybe it'll be a couple of different notes, maybe just one. I think I'm just going to play E. Quite like that. Okay, let's record that. So engage the Yamaha. So I've got to send the signal from Labs from my audio interface into the Yamaha, which I'll do. Activated the send. Before I start, I forgot, I've got a piece of ribbon here to put between the erase head and the tape. This helps stop the gap that's created in the tape loop and also allows you to record continuously. So I've got to put that in now. Okay, let's record. Okay, let's hear playback now. Okay, cool. That's track 1. Let's now record track 2. First though, let's refine the sound we like. I'm thinking I want like a sort of a warm ambient sound coming underneath. So maybe we'll do that for track 2 and I might do it on the low C. So I like this broken prairie organ. I'm gonna record the low C. So I'll engage track 2. Got some signal, I think. Okay, I'm gonna start playing and I'll press record. Okay, let's disengage and let's hear the playback on that. bring in the other one, see how we're sounding together. Okay, that's sounding pretty good. Let's find another sound and fill out the chord. Okay, I found these expressive sort of string sounds under the granular whale song. It's called Submerged. Let's try that one. So I'll engage track 3. I'll start playing and I'll press play. Okay, let's hear some playback. Cool, that's pretty beautiful. All right, now we've got one more track to record onto. Let's do that. Okay, I found these really beautiful glockenspiel swarm. I love the dynamic aspects of these sample libraries. It just makes creativity so fun and kind of with exploration and stuff. It's just labs. They do it every time. All right, let's record track 4. Engage track 4. All right, let's hear that. Okay, that's pretty beautiful. Okay, now that we've got our 4 tracks recorded, I'm going to change my camera setup so that you can see the cassette recorder in more detail, and then we're going to start playing it like an instrument. I might even set up a reverb or delay and send it into that and start seeing how that sounds. Cool. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, I've just set up everything. I've got my Yamaha cassette recorder. I've sent it to a delay pedal, the Avalanche Run. I'm also running it into my DAW, which will go into Valhalla Supermassive. This is gonna be awesome. There's no other way to say it. I can't wait to show you what this is gonna be like. Unfortunately, with my setup, I can't have my face camera. That's why I'm holding it at the moment. But I kind of want to just start playing, and that's all it's gonna be. It's gonna be, I'm just gonna do a little jam and show you how awesome this thing is. It's so cool, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start playing the tape loop. You're just going to hear initially the recording on the tape loop, and then I'll bring in the Avalanche Run pedal. I'll slowly mix that in, and then I'll slowly mix in Valhalla Supermassive. All the while using the faders on the multi-track cassette recorder to bring in and out the different tracks, thus creating and turning it into an instrument. So anyway, sit back, relax, and enjoy this epic part of the video. Cool. Oh my God, how amazing is that? That's so cool. So much fun. I've actually never totally done that before. I didn't exactly know how it was going to turn out, but that was so cool. I'm thinking of making some samples, doing some like evolving drones using this method. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in, because it'll definitely motivate me if others would like that. I've also created a free guide to all of the free plugins that I use, all of the sample libraries, mixing tools, software tools, analysis tools that I use. I'll link it in the description. You can download it for free. It's quite a small list at this stage, but it's a curated list. It's a list of all of the plugins I actually use, things that I think every producer, composer, musician should know about and use. And I've included Labs on the list because it's just such a staple in my arsenal of things that I use. So if you want to check that out, check the link in the description. You can download it there. But yeah, I'm really getting into tape loops and it's so much fun. Let me know if there's other things I can explore using tape loops, because I'm really just opening up so many possibilities and so many creative things that I just can't wait to get stuck into. So leave a comment below if you've got any suggestions. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope you got something from the video, and I'll see you in whatever I make next.